New research reveals, city sounds impair episodic memory by 30% compared to nature sounds. Date, August 12, 2025. Overview. Recent research has unveiled a striking correlation between environmental sounds and their impact on episodic memory, showing that city sounds can impair memory recall by approximately 30% when compared to the soothing effects of nature sounds. This study highlights the critical role of auditory environments in cognitive functioning and memory retention, suggesting that the hustle and bustle of urban life may have significant implications for mental health and cognitive performance. Study findings. The research, which has garnered considerable attention, indicates that exposure to city sounds, characterized by traffic noise, construction, and general human activity, negatively affects memory performance. Participants exposed to these urban sounds demonstrated lower recall accuracy and slower response times during memory tasks. In stark contrast, individuals who listened to nature sounds such as birdsong, rustling leaves, and flowing water showed improved performance on similar memory tests. The findings propose that the chaotic and unpredictable nature of city sounds contributes to cognitive overload, making it more challenging for individuals to concentrate and retain information. This cognitive strain may lead to diminished memory capabilities, thereby affecting everyday functioning and overall mental well-being. Social media impact. The research has sparked discussions on social media platforms, notably through a tweet from Dr. Nicholas Fabiano, a prominent voice in the field. His tweet succinctly stated city sounds impair memory compared to nature sounds, which resonated with a broad audience and garnered significant engagement. This highlights the relevance of the research findings to everyday life, raising awareness about the potential cognitive hazards posed by urban environments. Methodological considerations. While the main thrust of the research remains consistent across various discussions, access to detailed methodologies and deeper insights has been limited due to technical issues with academic sources. The primary study, originally published in academic journals, faced accessibility challenges which hindered a comprehensive understanding of the experimental design and statistical analyses employed by the researchers. Despite these limitations, the growing interest in the implications of sound on cognitive processes and mental health is evident. The research calls for a re-evaluation of our auditory environments, particularly in urban settings where noise pollution is prevalent. It encourages further exploration into how these environments can be optimized to enhance memory and cognitive functioning. Implications for urban living. As urbanization continues to rise, understanding the effects of soundscapes on mental capabilities becomes increasingly vital. The findings suggest that urban planners and policymakers should consider incorporating sound design into city environments to mitigate the negative impact of noise pollution. This could include creating quiet zones, integrating nature-inspired soundscapes in public spaces, and promoting green areas that foster a more tranquil auditory environment. Conclusion. In summary, the compelling evidence from this research advocates for a reconsideration of the auditory environments we navigate daily. The stark contrast between the memory-enhancing qualities of nature sounds and the impairing effects of city sounds underscores the importance of fostering environments that support cognitive functioning. As research continues to evolve in this area, it is crucial to remain vigilant about how our surroundings, particularly auditory stimuli, influence our mental health and memory capabilities. The research findings indicate a counterintuitive relationship between urban sounds and cognitive functioning, specifically regarding episodic memory. While one might assume that a bustling city environment filled with varied sounds and stimuli could foster alertness and engagement, the study reveals the opposite effect. Instead, urban noise, characterized by chaotic and unpredictable elements like traffic and construction, significantly impairs memory recall, with a reported decrease of about 30% compared to more soothing nature sounds. This challenges the common belief that being in a lively environment enhances cognitive performance. Many people may perceive urban sounds as stimulating or invigorating, potentially leading them to believe that such environments are conducive to productivity and memory retention. However, the research suggests that the very complexity and unpredictability of city sounds lead to cognitive overload. This overload hampers concentration, making it more difficult to process and retain information, ultimately degrading memory performance. Moreover, the findings imply that not all auditory experiences are equally beneficial for cognitive tasks. The nature sounds, like birdsong and flowing water, are shown to promote better memory retention, which is contrary to the intuition that any background noise might help in keeping one awake or alert. The soothing and rhythmic qualities of nature sounds appear to create an environment more conducive to memory recall and cognitive functioning as opposed to the disruptive nature of urban noise. The implications of these results extend beyond academic interest. They offer practical insights for urban living and mental health. One might intuitively think that urbanization and the sounds that accompany it are simply a byproduct of modern life that we must adapt to. However, this research encourages a reconsideration of how our environments, particularly auditory ones, are designed and managed. As urbanization continues to rise, the need to understand and mitigate the negative impacts of city sounds on cognitive processes becomes increasingly crucial. In summary, the counterintuitive revelations of this study emphasize that, contrary to popular belief, the vibrancy of urban sounds does not enhance but rather impairs episodic memory compared to the tranquility of nature sounds. This finding serves as a reminder that our environments, particularly the sounds we are exposed to, play a critical role in our cognitive health and overall well-being. The research indicating that city sounds impair episodic memory by approximately 30% compared to nature sounds reveals several significant insights that warrant further exploration and discussion. While the main findings are compelling, certain aspects of the report may be overlooked, yet they hold essential implications for our understanding of auditory environments and cognitive functioning. Overlooked aspects and their significance. 1. The mechanism of cognitive overload. One of the most crucial elements that may be glossed over is the proposed mechanism behind how city sounds contribute to cognitive overload. The chaotic nature of urban noise, comprised of traffic, construction, and human activities, creates a sensory environment that demands constant attention and processing from the brain. This overload can hinder the ability to focus, making memory retention and recall more challenging. Understanding this mechanism is significant because it highlights the need for urban planners and policymakers to consider noise pollution as a serious concern for public health and cognitive well-being. 2. Variability within city sounds. The study likely treats city sounds as a monolithic category, however, there is variability among different types of urban noise. For instance, the impact of a bustling city center may differ from that of a quieter suburban area. This nuance is significant as it suggests that not all urban environments are equally detrimental to memory. It opens avenues for future research to identify which specific sounds or combinations thereof are most harmful, allowing for targeted interventions. 3. Implications for mental health. The relationship between environmental sounds and memory performance has broader implications for mental health. Chronic exposure to urban noise has been associated with increased stress levels, anxiety, and sleep disturbances. The study's findings, which link poor memory performance to urban soundscapes, underscore the importance of creating quieter, more tranquil environments in cities. This is significant because it suggests that improving auditory environments could serve as a preventative measure against mental health issues that arise from urban living. 4. Cultural and contextual factors. The report may not fully address how cultural contexts and individual differences affect the perception of urban versus nature sounds. For instance, individuals raised in urban environments might habituate to city sounds differently than those from rural areas. Exploring these cultural and contextual factors is significant because it indicates that solutions may not be one-size-fits-all. Interventions could be tailored based on individual backgrounds and preferences. 5. Potential for enhancing learning environments. The implications of the study extend into educational settings where auditory environments play a crucial role in learning and memory retention. Schools located in noisy urban areas may need to consider soundproofing measures or the use of nature sounds during study sessions. This has significant implications for educational policy and classroom design, emphasizing the need for environments that support cognitive functions. 6. Sustainability and urban design. The findings advocate for a re-evaluation of urban design principles to incorporate elements that reduce noise pollution. This is significant in the context of sustainable urban development. As cities continue to grow, integrating green spaces and sound-absorbing structures can create more conducive living conditions, promoting cognitive health among residents. 7. Longitudinal effects and developmental considerations. The report may overlook the potential long-term effects of chronic exposure to urban sounds on memory and cognitive development, particularly in children. Understanding these effects is crucial, as early cognitive development can significantly impact lifelong learning and adaptability. This aspect is significant because it calls for increased awareness and preventive measures in urban planning, particularly in areas with high concentrations of children. 8. Public awareness and advocacy. The social media response, particularly the tweet from Dr. Nicholas Fabiano, highlights the potential for public awareness campaigns aimed at educating individuals about the effects of sound on memory. This is significant as it empowers communities to advocate for quieter environments and can lead to grassroots movements focusing on noise reduction initiatives. 9. Future research directions. The limitations in accessing some academic articles indicate a potential gap in the literature which could hinder further exploration of this topic. Identifying these gaps is significant because it encourages researchers to pursue diverse methodologies such as longitudinal studies or cross-cultural comparisons that could yield a richer understanding of how soundscapes influence memory. 10. Interdisciplinary approaches. The findings invite an interdisciplinary approach combining insights from psychology, urban studies, environmental science, and public health. This is significant as it fosters collaboration across fields, encouraging comprehensive strategies to address the complex interplay between sound environments and cognitive functions. Conclusion. The research indicating that city sounds impair episodic memory compared to nature sounds is a pivotal finding that warrants attention beyond its surface implications. By delving into the overlooked aspects such as cognitive overload mechanisms, variability within sound types, mental health implications, and the need for tailored interventions, stakeholders can better understand the importance of auditory environments in urban settings. As urbanization continues to rise, addressing these nuances becomes vital to enhance cognitive functioning and overall quality of life. 1. Impact of auditory environments on cognitive functioning. The research indicates a pronounced difference in how auditory environments affect episodic memory, with city sounds impeding memory recall by about 30% compared to nature sounds. This finding highlights the critical role that soundscapes play in cognitive functioning and suggests that urban environments may hinder mental performance. The chaotic nature of urban noise, characterized by unpredictable and disruptive sounds, may lead to cognitive overload, making it more challenging for individuals to concentrate and retain information. In contrast, nature sounds appear to provide a more conducive environment for cognitive tasks, suggesting that the design of urban spaces should consider acoustic ecology to enhance cognitive performance in city dwellers. 2. Empirical evidence and methodology challenges. While the research provides compelling evidence regarding the effects of sound on memory, there are limitations related to the accessibility of the original studies and the specifics of the methodologies employed. The inability to review the complete research articles hinders a deeper understanding of the experimental design, sample sizes, and statistical analyses used to draw these conclusions. This limitation emphasizes the need for transparency in research practices and easier access to academic publications, which would allow for more robust discussions regarding the implications of the findings and their applicability to real-world settings. 3. Social media's role in disseminating research findings. The study's findings have gained traction on social media platforms, particularly through influential figures like Dr. Nicholas Fabiano, whose tweet about the research has reached a wide audience. This phenomenon illustrates how social media can serve as a tool for disseminating important scientific findings to the public, raising awareness about the implications of urban noise on memory and cognitive health. It also reflects a growing societal interest in mental health and environmental factors influencing well-being, highlighting the potential for social media to spark discussions that lead to actionable change in urban planning and public health policy. For recommendations for urban design and public health, given the significant impact of urban sounds on memory and cognitive function, there is a pressing need for urban planners and public health officials to consider soundscapes in their designs. Strategies could include incorporating more green spaces, sound barriers, or elements that promote natural sounds in urban environments. Additionally, public awareness campaigns could educate city residents about the effects of noise pollution on mental health, encouraging them to seek quieter spaces when possible. This approach not only aims to enhance cognitive functioning but also promotes overall mental well-being in increasingly urbanized societies. The research calls for a re-evaluation of urban environments to optimize them for cognitive health as urbanization continues to grow. 1. The Hawthorne Studies 1924 to 1932. The Hawthorne Studies were a series of experiments conducted at the Western Electric Hawthorne Works in Chicago, examining how various factors affected worker productivity. Initially, researchers aimed to study the effects of physical working conditions on productivity, including lighting levels. However, they found that social factors such as the attention given to workers significantly influenced their performance. This led to the discovery of the Hawthorne effect, where individuals modify an aspect of their behavior in response to their awareness of being observed. The implications of these studies highlighted the importance of social and environmental factors, paralleling how city sounds can affect cognitive functions and memory retention. 2. The pigeonholing of memory in urban environments 1970s to 1980s. In the 1970s and 1980s, researchers began exploring the cognitive impacts of urbanization on memory and attention. Studies conducted in cities like New York revealed that the constant barrage of noise from traffic, construction, and urban life could lead to cognitive overload, affecting residents' ability to concentrate and remember information. One notable study highlighted how residents often relied on visual cues rather than auditory information to navigate their environments, indicating that urban sounds could impair episodic memory. This directly correlates with recent findings that urban sounds detrimentally impact memory recall compared to nature sounds. 3. The impact of noise pollution on learning in schools 2000s. Research conducted in the early 2000s examined the effects of noise pollution on children's learning and memory in urban schools. Studies indicated that children exposed to high levels of background noise such as traffic and industrial sounds showed lower academic performance and poorer memory recall than those in quieter environments. This body of research underscored the detrimental effects of auditory distractions on cognitive development, mirroring the findings that city sounds impair episodic memory by about 30% compared to the sounds of nature. The implications of these studies have led to discussions about creating quieter, more conducive learning environments for better memory retention and cognitive function. Future outlook: the impact of urban soundscapes on cognitive functioning and memory retention. As urban environments continue to expand, understanding the implications of auditory landscapes on cognitive functions, particularly episodic memory, will be essential. The recent findings indicating that city sounds can impair memory recall by 30% compared to nature sounds signal a crucial turning point in urban planning, public health, and cognitive research. 1. Urban planning and design innovations. The urbanization trend is expected to persist, leading to increased population density in cities. Consequently, urban planners and architects will likely focus on designing soundscapes that mitigate noise pollution. Future cities may integrate green spaces, parks and gardens will become increasingly strategic in urban design, serving as natural buffers against urban noise. Such spaces will not only provide a refuge for residents but also promote mental well-being and cognitive health. Sound-absorbing materials, buildings and infrastructure may incorporate materials designed to absorb sound, reducing overall noise levels. Innovations in acoustics could lead to quieter streets and public spaces, fostering environments conducive to better memory retention. Nature integration. Urban areas might increasingly incorporate elements of nature, such as water features, green roofs, and urban forests, to create a more soothing auditory environment. This integration can help mimic the calming effects of natural sounds, promoting cognitive health. 2. Mental health awareness and public policy. As awareness of the impact of sound on mental health grows, public policy may shift to prioritize soundscapes as a public health concern. Potential developments include regulation of noise levels. Governments may implement stricter regulations on noise emissions from traffic, construction, and nightlife, particularly in residential areas. Compliance with these regulations could become a significant factor in urban living quality. Community sound projects. Initiatives aimed at enhancing community awareness about sound environments might become prevalent. These projects could involve community members in creating and maintaining sound-friendly spaces, promoting engagement and local stewardship. Integration of sound therapy. Mental health services may increasingly incorporate sound therapy as a means of enhancing cognitive function and reducing stress. This could involve curated playlists of nature sounds in therapeutic settings, promoting relaxation and improved memory recall. 3. Technological advancements. The future will likely witness significant advancements in technology aimed at mitigating the adverse effects of urban noise. Innovations could include noise-canceling technologies. Wearable devices that provide personalized soundscapes could become mainstream. These devices might filter out disruptive urban noises while delivering calming nature sounds. Improving focus and memory retention in high-stress environments. Smart city applications. Smart city technologies could monitor sound levels in real time, providing data to city planners and residents. This information could guide decisions on noise management and urban design, fostering healthier sound environments. Virtual reality VR experiences. VR technologies may provide immersive experiences that simulate nature sounds, allowing individuals in urban settings to escape auditory chaos temporarily. Such experiences could be integrated into workplaces or educational institutions to enhance cognitive performance. 4. Research and academic focus. The academic community will likely intensify its focus on the relationship between soundscapes and cognitive functions. Future research might explore longitudinal studies. Extended studies examining the long-term effects of prolonged exposure to urban sounds on memory and cognitive decline could provide deeper insights into the implications of sound on mental health. Cross-disciplinary approaches. Collaboration among psychologists, urban planners, and environmental scientists may foster a more comprehensive understanding of how sound affects cognitive functions, leading to interdisciplinary solutions. Personalized research. Individual differences in sound perception and memory performance could become a key area of study, leading to tailored interventions for various populations such as students, the elderly, or those with cognitive impairments. Conclusion. The implications of soundscapes on cognitive functioning and memory retention are profound, especially as urban environments continue to evolve. A future that prioritizes auditory well-being may lead to healthier urban living, improved cognitive performance, and elevated mental health outcomes. By integrating nature and innovative design into urban planning, society can harness the benefits of sound to foster environments that support cognitive health and enhance the quality of life for all residents. The ongoing dialogue around these topics will remain crucial, guiding both policy and practice in the years to come.